Hey, what is up, guys? It is King here today. If you know me already, then you probably know that I'm pretty big on motivation and positivity. And I've seen a lot of videos of people like providing stream tips and stuff like that, and I don't really want to be the stream tip guy because I don't really have the credibility to feel like I can provide those tips to somebody. But I still feel like, even as a small creator, I am capable of providing the tips on how to just kind of feel good about your content. I see a lot of people my size really struggle with feeling good about their content, and it's really disappointing to see from my perspective of somebody who just like, I love Twitch so much and I love content creation, and I just want people to be happy with the things that they are putting time into. So that's why in this video, I'm going to be providing 50 tips in 10 minutes, hopefully. I don't know how to time this out necessarily, but if the video is 10 minutes at the end, then that's where we are at. And if it's over 10 minutes, then that is also where we are at. So here we go. 50 ways to feel better about your Twitch content. My name is King and I'm currently on a mission. Most people think that growth on Twitch is all luck. Those people don't know what they're talking about. You see, there are a lot of channels on the internet that provide you tips on how to grow online, but rarely do you get to see somebody start from the bottom utilizing these tips and watch their channel grow. That's what I'm here to do today. I'm here to prove that it's not luck, and if I can do it, then you can do it too. Tip number 1, surround yourself with creators who make you feel good. I think this is one of the biggest things. You really kind of become the people that you surround yourself with. So if you're surrounding yourself with people who are very negative, you're going to end up very negative. If you're surrounding yourself with people who are positive and like they're focusing on their content too, you're generally going to be positive and you might be a little bit more interested in your content. Tip number 2, watch your own content. If you don't watch your own content, then you're not going to notice the things that you need to improve upon. So this is kind of a tip on how to improve your stream, but it's also a tip on how to feel better about your content, because if you watch it and you improve your content, then you're going to feel better about your content as well. Watch your own content. It does wonders. Tip number 3, watch other people's content. You can really pick up different ideas and stuff like that from watching other people's content, and then seeing other people's content really makes you motivated to kind of like be better, you know? Not only is it going to motivate you to be better as well, but it's also going to make you friends, and that's a big part about feeling good about your content. When you surround yourself with your friends and stuff like that, your friends are going to build you up, you'll make friends, they'll make friends, it'll be awesome. Tip number 4, create a stream schedule. I preached this in videos before. You should create a schedule, because when you start doing these things on a weekly basis, your content is naturally going to improve. When you make something more scheduled, it just becomes more refined. You get better at it. If you're streaming sporadically, you're probably not going to feel very good about your content, because you're not going to be putting out enough content to really grow or to really learn about it. Set a stream schedule and your content is bound to improve over time. Tip number 5, work out. This one's kind of just a life tip. You're generally in a better mental state if you work out. There's studies on it and stuff. I can link you some of those studies, but you can't really argue with it. Work out, you'll feel better. Tip number 6, buy a pack of sticky notes and write nice things around them and then put them around your computer. This one's a little obscure compared to the other ones. It's also really cheesy, but when you do these sorts of things, you start to believe these sorts of things. When you write nice things about yourself and you read nice things about yourself, it makes you feel better about yourself. Tip number 7. Wait, that was a 5. Tip number 7. Try something new on stream. If you're doing the same old thing every single stream, if you're playing League of Legends or you're playing TFT or you're playing Apex Legends, whatever you're playing, if you do that every single time on stream, and it's the same old thing, it's going to get old eventually. If you want to feel better about your content, start mixing it up. Maybe do a podcast. Maybe do some just talking. Do some just dance. That's a good one. I'm not roasting just dance streams. Dude, that sounds like so much fun to me. I do Twitch things, so like, don't worry. I'm in the same community. It's a blast. Tip number 8, collaborate with other creators. This kind of goes into the same category as watching other streams, but when you're collaborating with other creators, it's going to give you more of a perspective of the community on the website. Meet some new people, involve yourself with other people. It's going to feel kind of weird to get people to collaborate with you, but honestly, like, just start shooting people DMs. Be like, hey, I'm doing a stream this day. You want to play a game? Or for me, it's my podcast that I generally get people on. I'll just message them. I'll be like, hey, I'm doing a podcast on Wednesday. You want to be on it? And most of the time, people will say yes, because they like to collaborate with people. They're just afraid to ask people to collaborate. So you should be the one to go and ask people. Tip number 9. Create some accountability for yourself. If you set a schedule for yourself, follow that schedule. And maybe it's not going to feel good in the moment, but at the end of the day, you're going to be proud for yourself for sticking to that schedule. Nobody sets a schedule for themselves and then breaks it and is like, oh, I'm so happy I broke my schedule. It's like, no, you like to be consistent on things. You like to keep your word. Create some accountability for yourself. If you say you're going to do something, go and do it. Number 10. I got that one. I got 10 fingers, boys. Less about the game, more about you. You are the center of attention on your stream. Make the stream about yourself. Don't make it about the game, especially because if you make it about the game, then you're going to feel limited on the things that you can do on your stream. The cool thing about my stream is I'm going to have the same average viewers when I'm playing Teamfight Tactics as I am when I'm playing Apex Legends, because all of my viewers are there for me. Tip number 11, don't pander to viewer numbers. What I meant right here was don't play a specific game just because you know you'll get more viewers when you're playing it. If you want to play League of Legends, play League of Legends. It doesn't matter how many viewers you're going to get playing it. If you want to play Apex Legends, play Apex Legends. You're probably doing this as a hobby anyway. Also, are you enjoying this image of me just chilling out? I didn't explain this well enough in the video that I recorded here, so I'm explaining it now. Okay, anyway, next tip. Tip number 12, set achievable goals for yourself. Something that's really important is being able to set achievable goals for yourself. I could say that I want to be the largest streamer on Twitch, but that's not a very reasonable thing for me to set for myself at this point in time. Set goals that you can achieve, and then when you achieve them, it'll feel better. Tip number 13, embrace your mistakes. Everybody's going to make mistakes from time to time. You can either accept them for what they are, or you can get really upset about them. If you accept them for what they are, then you can improve upon them. So I suggest you embrace those things, learn from them, and then move on with your life. Tip number 14, get artistic with your content. Honestly, content creation is an art. Try to do something new with your content, something that people haven't seen before on the platform. Tip 15, take a break. This is a slippery slope, but I still think that it deserves to be on this list because taking a break can definitely be beneficial. But if you're taking a break because you don't feel good about your content, then you might not be addressing the issue that is making you not feel good about your content in the first place. Tip number 16, put down the monster and drink some water. Tip number 17, create a workspace. I know a lot of people don't have the space in their setup, but if you do, I highly suggest creating a space that you can feel comfortable working in. This is my stream space. When I come down here, this is where I get to work, and I enjoy that. It makes me work harder, and it keeps my mind on the task at hand, which is just so beneficial to me. Tip number 18, just literally sit down and come up with ideas for your stream. You may come up with 20 ideas that are all trash, but you'll probably come up with one that is good. It's fun. Come up with ideas. Come up with cool ideas. And then when somebody does them, then you'll be like, dude, I thought of that first. Tip number 20, ask your friends for feedback. Show your friends your stream. If you start showing people your stuff, then you're going to feel more confident in it. And then if you start showing them their stuff, they're going to give you feedback. And they're going to tell you, hey, I really liked it when you did this. Your mic volume was a little low. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, maybe I should check mic quality before I start my stream. And that will improve the quality of your content, which will improve how you feel about your content. Tip number 21, tell people about your content. And you're going to think, dude, that's pretty similar to the last one. Just tell people. Like, tell people at work. Be like, hey, I stream. Even if they don't watch Twitch, tell them about it. You'll feel good talking about yourself. You feel more like confident in the way that you portray things. And you'll feel better about your content when you're feeling confident about it. Tip number 22, get into the habit of doing just chatting every stream. It sounds weird, but I think that a lot of people hide behind their game that they are playing when they're streaming. Remove that barrier from your audience. Be able to just talk to them and you'll feel better about it. You'll be able to embrace the just chatting section. And just so you know, viewership and chat interactivity is generally higher in just chatting. Give it a shot. I think you might like it. Tip number 23, think of the positives instead of the negatives. If you're always being negative, you're going to feel like a negative person. You're going to think that your content is bad. If you're thinking positively, you're going to think a little bit better of your content. Tip number 24, don't look at the viewer count. If this is the sort of thing that gets you down, just turn it off. Don't worry about it. If you're not doing it for the numbers, then you're doing it for the content, and your content's going to become better, and you're going to start to feel better about that. Tip number 25, do look at the viewer count. I know it just completely contradicts the last tip that I gave. However, I'm somebody who I enjoy looking at the viewer count. I like to see how many people are watching me. I like to see how many people are leaving during a certain segment. If I'm doing just chatting, how many viewers do I have? If I switch off of just chatting, how many viewers do I lose? Chat interactivity. Why are there no people talking? Well, it's probably because I only have 3 viewers. Furthermore, I understand that even if you have 10 viewers, you're doing better than a majority of the streamers on the platform. That makes me feel good, knowing that I'm doing that well. Once again, it's all about mindset. Tip number 26, go back through your stream and clip things. You can set a highlight button if you have a stream deck, so when you click it, it actually timestamps the time on your stream so you can go back and clip things, or you can do it on Chatty. But if you clip things and you go back and watch them, it's going to make you feel good. Having just a ton of clips that I can go back through and look at just makes me feel really good. Tip number 27, stream for yourself, not the viewers. You're going to have a lot of people coming in your chat telling you to do things. Don't listen to them. Do whatever you want to do. Tip number 28, don't overwork yourself. It's a hobby right now. Treat it like a hobby. You don't need to be overworking yourself for something that you are not getting paid to do. I mean, you're getting paid, like, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Tip number 29, get some sleep. If you're always tired, you're not going to be feeling very good about the stuff that you are doing. Get some sleep, you'll feel much better. He says while recording this video at 2 a.m. Tip number 30, date an e-girl. That one was a joke, I'm sorry. Tip number 30 and a half, dress up for your streams. And I don't necessarily mean like costumes. Like, you don't need to do a cosplay, but just dress in an outfit that makes you feel good, which I think is so weird because I'm wearing a white t-shirt right now. But like, I don't know. Sometimes I like to throw on a jacket. I like to throw on a flannel. That makes me feel good. If you feel good about yourself, you're going to feel better about your content. Tip number 31, clean up your stream space. It's a mess. If you're working in a cluttered mess, you're not going to feel very good, and it's going to reflect in your content. You all have commented on my Coke cans on stream. I get it. Tip number 32, copy your favorite creators. This one might come across a little controversial because people think that copying things is bad. Don't copy them blatantly. Don't steal their stuff, but I don't think there's anything wrong with taking inspiration from the people that you really look up to. And when you take that inspiration, you're going to actually figure out the type of content that you want to create. 33, figure out what your goal on Twitch is. What are you doing on the platform? Are you trying to build it into a career? Or are you just doing it for fun? If you're just doing it for fun, why are you getting so stressed out over it? If you're trying to turn it into a career, are you doing that for the right reasons? Do you actually enjoy this stuff, or do you just want an easy job? Because I can promise you, Twitch is not an easy job. Once you know why you're doing it, you'll feel a lot better about going after it. Tip number 34, stop winging it and make a plan. If you're not feeling good about your content, maybe you want to make a plan for it. If you set a plan, it'll probably go a little bit better, which will mean that you'll probably feel better about it. Tip number 35, create a Twitter account. Twitter is a really big platform for interaction, and when you can interact with people in real time like that, you can get a lot of feedback that just makes you feel better. If you don't spend a lot of time interacting with people on Twitch, you can take that to Twitter and you can spend more time interacting on Twitter. It's a lot easier to do on your phone. It's a lot more on the fly. You can kind of respond to things at any point in time. Tip number 36, diversify your content. Rather than just making content on Twitch, if you make content on all of the platforms, you're going to feel a little bit better because it's going to be fresh views. Twitter content is different than Instagram content. Instagram content is different than YouTube. YouTube's different than Twitch. When you can take a break from Twitch content and go make YouTube content instead, it just makes it a little bit more refreshing. Tip number 37, consume my content. I hope it helps. Tip number 38, cut out negativity in your life. If people suck, get them out of here. Tip number 39, understand that nobody can determine your value as a content creator except for you. This kind of ties into the path to partner thing. If you're in pursuit of partner and you are getting denied for it, you are still freaking awesome. It doesn't matter. That is somebody else placing value on your content. Their opinion does not matter. Tip number 40, don't be afraid to ban people in chat. If people come into your chat and they suck, just get them out of there. You might be afraid to ban people because they're still a viewer. It doesn't matter. They suck. And they're probably ruining your community too. Get them out of there. Tip number 41, work another job. If you are financially secure, you're going to feel a lot better about the things that you're doing if you are not. If Twitch is your only source of income, you're going to be a little bit more stressed out about it. You're going to be kind of worried about making money from it. Work another job and do Twitch stuff in your off time and you'll feel a lot better about it. Tip number 42, find something that you are passionate about and incorporate that into your content. I have a video for that right here or something. I don't know. It shows up somewhere. Go click it. Tip number 43, talk to brand new creators. They are fresh meat and they are so happy to be on the platform, and they are happy for every friend that they make on the platform because they are small. They don't know anybody. Go talk to these people. They will become your best friends and you will love them. Honestly, small creators are some of the most genuine people on Twitch. Just like literally go scroll to the bottom of the browse, find somebody who's cool, be their friend. Tip number 44, create something that makes you unique on Twitch. If you have something that makes you unique on Twitch, then you can feel like I am the only one on Twitch with this alert. I am the only one on Twitch who does this specific thing. That makes you feel really good. When you are that unique, do it. Tip number 45. Understand that there are many different phases in channel growth, and you are likely in the beginning phase right now. Things change. There are things that you need to learn before you can get to the next phase. It's going to take time. Tip number 46. Go to a convention or a meetup. Shout out to TwitchCon. See me there. Tip number 47, make your own alerts/overlays. There's something that feels so fulfilling about just making like a crappy overlay and using that, and then making a better overlay later and using that, and then making an even better one later. You start to improve, you start to learn things. It feels really good. As opposed to if you just pay somebody for something, which there's nothing wrong with that. However, it feels a lot better when you do it yourself. Tip number 48, support people around your viewer count specifically. These people are your direct peers. There are going to be people who are larger than you that you're going to want to try to network with. You're going to feel much more fulfilled if you network with people around your same size or a little bit smaller. These people are going to be a lot more willing to sort of network with you. They feel like you're not looking for something when you interact with them, as opposed to if you interact with somebody larger than you, they're going to think kind of in the back of their head that you just kind of want, you want something from them. Tip number 49, focus on the content. If you focus on the content, I mentioned this before, you're just going to feel a lot better about what you are doing. It's not about growth. It's not about money. It's about the work that you are putting in and the content that you are creating. You should be able to go back and look at a video and it can have one viewer and you'll feel good about it. And tip number 50, join our Discord. Clean. Join our Discord community. We're just super nice, dude. I love you guys. There you go. There's 50 tips right there. I'm pretty sure I did not hit 10 minutes at all. This is probably going to be closer to like 15 minutes. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a thumbs up. Leave a comment of what you thought. Did anything I say here offend you? Let me know. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I'm trying to help people feel better about their content. That's all I want, dude. I see it every day on Twitter. People are so upset about stuff. They're taking a break over one reason. They're upset because they got declined for partner for another reason. I love you guys, okay? Stay happy, please. If you do want to check me out on Twitch, by the way, I do stream every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. And if you have any other ideas for videos that you would like to see from me in the future, be sure to drop those in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. So I kind of wanted to get better ideas for necessarily just talking kind of stuff, you know? I want to make content that I actually really look forward to and I think is actually holds value. And I don't know if me playing Apex Legends holds a lot of value to myself,